Hello everyone, welcome back once again to StudyIQ IS English, and my name is Praveen Mishra, and we shall proceed with our course on Indian art and culture. So we were discussing about the Indian paintings. So in our previous classes we discussed about the introduction as well as the schools of Indian miniature paintings, talking about the Pala school, the Mughal school, as well as the whole of the schools as well as the offshoots of the Rajasthan or the Rajput school of painting. So continuing the whole chapter, okay, we got the next one into the list, that is with regard to a not so distinct school but an offshoot of the Pala school itself, that is known as Apabhramsa School of Art. Okay, so as what we can see on our screens, a wonderful representation. See the paintings or the painters of the modern world, that is the present ages. See, I do not mean to light out anyone or make someone like shadowed out or something like that. No, absolutely not that. Okay, it's just let's have the proper distinction, just the proper differences between the ancient or the medieval painters and the modern painters. The modern painters, those who are equipped with the state of the art technologies, all the modern day equipments they do have. So obviously they would be creating some mesmerizing, wonderful and the perfect piece of art, no doubt in that. But when we talk about the ancient or the medieval ages painters, the painters with limited amount of equipments, limited amount of resources, they were able to paint some wonderful things which are as good as the paintings that we do get today. So that means the painters in the past ages, they were way ahead than their times. And one such representation is this, that is Apabhramsa school of painting. As what you can see, the perfection done on a canvas, but yes, something that is beyond the level of human capabilities in those ages. So you can see how connoisseur the hands they have been and how perfectly all the six limbs, that is the six organs, that is the shadang of the Indian miniature paintings, they have been followed, from Roop Bheda to Varnika Bhanga to Pramanam to everything. Right? So talking about Apabhramsa school of the painting, so here we go with the factors. So this school is also known as the Western school of art. Yes, when it comes to the question, in India, is there any paintings available, any school available that is known as the Western school of art? Then yes, it will be the Apabhramsa school of Indian miniatures. So this school traces its origin in Gujarat and Mewar region in Rajasthan, and hence the name Western. It has nothing, I repeat, nothing to deal with the Western world. It has to deal with the western part of Indian territories itself. Right? Okay. So Western school of art, origin where into the Gujarat region as well as in the Rajasthan's Mewar region specifically. Okay. See the next big thing here. It is the counterpart of the Pala school only, which developed in India. Okay, from Rajasthan and Gujarat, the school is divided in two different phases. Okay, what are the two different phases? Illustrations made on palm leaf, as we have discussed while discussing the Pala school. And second phase, illustrations they were made on paper itself. Okay, so two distinct phases, that is phase 1 that is done on palm leaf itself, and phase 2 that is done on none other than but papers. Okay, so this is what Apabhramsa school of Indian miniature paintings, offshoot of Pala school, originated where? In the western part of the Indian subcontinent itself, that is also known as the Western school of art. Which specific locations? The whole of Gujarat and the Mewar region of our Rajputana, the great Rajputana. Okay, now the factors. What were the painters actually focusing when they were going ahead with the Apabhramsa school? Okay, so the colors used in the paintings, they had symbolic meaning, and they usually guys, not mandatorily but usually, that is in general, they used to have red color, yellow color and the ochre. And in the later phase, they used the bright and gold colors as well. So the single fact that you need to remember, that is, when it comes to the paintings they were doing on the palm leaf. So there were three different colors, those who were in domination, that is red, yellow and ochre. Whereas once the paintings they were started doing on the paper or other canvas, okay, so along with red, yellow and ochre, some rich colors, that is golden colors and some other bright colors, they also came into the usage. Right? So this is what the color variation, that is Varnika Bhanga is. Now talking about the unique feature. The features of the human figures depicted in the paintings have fish-shaped bulging eyes, a pointed nose and a double chin. Simply speaking, fish-shaped bulging eyes, pointed nose and double chin, they were actually representing some healthy figures. Okay, see, we can also take the word fatty, but that could be not so correct. The actual word would be bulgy or healthy, right? So as you can see, fish-shaped eyes, okay, pointed nose, right, and a healthy body figure. This is what Apabhramsa School of Indian Miniatures they are, okay? So fish-shaped bulging eyes, pointed nose and a double chin specifically, right? So they tried to begin the trend, make angular faces in the third and the fourth profile, and the figures are usually stiff, even the ornamentation is carefully done. So not all the things they are needed to be remembered, but yes, the color variation, that is the Varnika Bhanga is there, the red, yellow and ochre color when doing the paintings on the palm leaf, on the paper or the other canvas, it was red, yellow, ochre along with some other bright colors as well as the gold colors. Then further specifically talking about the rest of the factors, okay, that is how they are considered. So when we talk about the body figure, so they used to have a bulgy figure, pointed nose, fish shaped, okay, eyes, and apart from that a pointed nose as well. Okay, and the last thing that you need to remember here, okay, what is that? The animal and bird figures in the paintings are represented as toys. So which school of Indian paintings they do represented animals and bird figures as the toys of the main figure? It was the Apabhramsa School of Indian Miniatures, right? Okay, next, the most famous example of the Apabhramsa School of Indian Miniatures, the most famous example, what are they? So they are the Kalpasutra and the Kalakacharya Katha, okay, Kalpasutra and Kalakacharya Katha, specifically painted in which year it's unknown exactly, but yes, the time period is 15th century, that is somewhere from 1401 to 1499 or something like that. Okay, so Kalpasutra, one sort of paintings, and another one being the Kalakacharya Katha. Okay, so these are two prominent names in the Apabhramsa School of Indian Miniatures, specifically painted in the year, the timeline being 15th century. Okay, next, Pahari School of Indian Paintings. So the next school that comes into the picture for the discussion is the Pahari School. Yes, Pahari, you heard it correct. And yes, the thing that is right now rolling in your mind, that is the hills and the mountains of Uttarakhand or even Himachal. That's correct. Okay. The one thing that I would like to quote here when it comes to Pahari School of Indian Miniatures, we do not deal with the Kashmir paintings, the paintings that will be done in the beautiful state of Kashmir. Okay. The heaven on earth, no doubt in that. But yes, when we talk about Pahari school, it is mentioning the schools of the regions of Uttarakhand and Himachal only, and literally not the schools of Kashmir. Okay, so do not get confused that Pahari means, okay, Pahar, they are also available, the mountains are also available in Kashmir. So according to that logic, according to that sense, Pahar or the mountains are also available in our northeast. Right? So no, absolutely not. Pahari School of Indian Miniatures is specifically targeting two distinct locations, Himachal and Uttarakhand only. Not beyond that. No third particular state will come when it comes to Pahari. Okay. So the Pahari region, okay, present state Himachal Pradesh and some adjoining areas of the Punjab, okay, the areas of Jammu and Kashmir and the Kashmir state and Garhwal in Uttarakhand. Okay, though mentioned, but now they are out of it. Remember this thing, though mentioned, but when it comes to the present day Pahari school, how the historians, they have created the strata or the layers. So they have ousted the Kashmir region when it comes to the Pahari. Okay, but yes, in the initial stages, Pahari school, they were parts of the adjoining areas of this Jammu and Kashmir or including Punjab. But the point is, with the states reorganization, what we had in the post-independence era. Okay, so the areas where Pahari school it was used to be in prominence, they all are now centered or boundaried into the locations of Uttarakhand and Uttarakhand and Himachal only. Right, so make it very clear, okay, that when it comes to Pahari school, we do not have to mention neither Punjab, okay, neither the state of Kashmir or something like that. It's simply two states. It will be Uttarakhand and Himachal only. No Jammu, no Kashmir, no Punjab, nothing. Okay, it will be just two states, right? So when we talk about the whole of this area, it was divided into small states ruled by the Rajputana princes. Okay, and these states were centers of the great artistic activity from later half of the 17th century to the middle of the 19th century. So simply speaking, around 200 years of history is there when it comes to the Pahari School of Indian Miniatures. How many? 200 years. So as you can understand, it would be having some greatness, some depthness into the society as well. Okay. So the regions, right, they were divided in some other Rajputana princely states, and specifically speaking, the Pahari School of Indian Miniatures, they are having three major sub-schools. So the umbrella term is Pahari, but the sub-schools, what they are Basohli, Kangra and Guler. Okay, so 22 princely states, they were stretching from Jammu and Kashmir region towards the other towards the other Himalayan regions. Okay, but specifically the sub schools that came into existence, they are Basohli school, Kangra school and Guler school. And the themes of the paintings, they ranged from Ragmala to mythology to literature to so on. Okay, so as you can mark out here, so what are the regions? So these consisted of the ateliers in the court of around 22 princely states stretching from Jammu to Almora. Hence, Pahari paintings can be grouped into three groups. What are these groups? Basohli, Kangra and Guler. And the themes, the major themes of our Pahari school of painting, what they used to be. So they used to range from mythologic, from literature, and brought the new techniques to the fore. They were also having great influence of the Mughal style. Okay, Mughal style, we know it very well. It was having the blend of three distinct style of paintings. That is, the first one, it was obviously Indian. The first and the second comes as the Persian. Persian, we had also given it as a name as Safavi. Okay. Then we also had the third one, that is the core Islamic style. Okay, that is the prominence or the cordial relations the Mughals at that time they used to maintain with the Rajputana princes is easily visible in the dominance of the paintings, right? So as what we can see here, the logic, what says, like for example, Akbar, Jahangir, okay, the two people, those who have also employed the Indian painters in their court. From the names, like for example, we have got Daswant, we have got the another name Baswant, the third name as Kesu, right, employed by Jahangir and Akbar. Okay, along with some great Persian painters, including the names Mir Sayyid Ali and Abdul Samad Khan, right? So their influence, it is also easily visible in the princely states of other regions where Mughals, they used to have good relations. Maybe not very good relations, but yes, cordial relations, what we can say. Okay. So themes once again from mythology to literature. Okay. Next. Talking about the three of the greatest painters of this school. The names, they are very, very important, guys. I am repeating it since day one of the classes. The names of the painters, from which era, from which gharana or school they belong to. It's very, very important for us to remember. Okay. So, the greatest painters when it comes to the Pahari school of Indian miniatures. So, it is crystal clear. Okay. So, the names will be Nain Sukh, Manaku and Sansar Chand. Okay. Nain Sukh, Manaku. Nain Sukh, you can just relate it with something like that. That whenever you go to a hill station, Nain in Hindi is eyes, right? Nain, Nayan. So whenever Sukh is pleasure, joy. So whenever you go to a Pahari location or a hill station, and whenever you see those beautiful, vast, great mountains, you know it provides some pleasure to your eyes. So Nain Sukh. Apart from that, Manaku. You can relate it with the location in Himachal Pradesh, Manali. Okay, Manaku. Okay, and then the whole Sansar. You feel like whenever you are in mountains that now I should, you know, just buy a piece of land here or a house here or something like that, and I should be having my Sansar here only. Okay, Sansar, that is world. So, Sansar Chand, this is what is the internal feeling each and every individual has when he or she enters the beautiful landscapes of the Himachal Uttarakhand region, right? So, just I am delivering this for you to make you, you know, correlate with the story so that you can remember the names. What are the names? Nain Sukh, Manaku and Sansar Chand. Where are they basically based? They are based in, yes, the Pahari school of Indian miniatures. Okay. So, the first sub-school, that is Basohli. Okay, Basohli. So, firstly, let's have a look at the Basohli painting. As we discussed that the Mughals, they had great influence in the Pahari school of Indian miniatures. So, when we just correlate it with the Mughals, so we do remember, if in case you did remember, okay, no problem if you don't. The Mughals, they were the paintings, they were very secular in nature, and specifically they tried to represent the aristocracy. Aristocracy as in the rulers, the royalty element they to try to represent. Okay. So, as the influence is there, so as what you can witness here, some aristocracy being also represented. Shah Jahan, he used to love having the paintings of the couples or the lovers. And so here you can see a couple, okay, they are sitting, a ruler with almost all of the royalty, and a princess or a queen maybe with another sort of royalty, okay. See how the royalty they have been represented. How Pramanam, okay, how Varnika Bhanga, how Roop Bheda, how the Bhav, okay, they are all mentioned here. As you can see here, the, what we call it as the points, or actually the detailed analysis, okay, the detailing thing simply here. So, if you have a look at the moustache, okay, the moustache thing, right, this is what the moustache is still, though the present day it is now the beard's trend, but still before the beard's trend, if you'll go to the areas of Pahad, that is the Uttarakhand, Himachal, the people, specifically the males when you talk about, they used to keep such type of moustaches. Okay, and talking about the royalty, how the peacock's feather is here, how the red color, the ruby diamond is there, how a wonderful turban, okay, with some gold plating is represented. And when you talk about the female figure, so if you see the jewelry, so how the kangan, that is the bracelets or the bangles, how wonderfully they are represented. Okay, if you see some reddish shade into the hands, so this is what the reddish shade into the hands could be representing mehendi. Okay, then the jewelry, once again with red ruby, okay, and a very wonderful necklace, earpiece, and this is what wearing over the top, that is at the head, right? So this is an absolute wonderful representation and sort of a diamond or silver thing they are trying to represent, though not silver, but actually it could be some precious stones that is wore in the legs, okay, as pile, what we call it, right? So this is the perfection, along with the carpet they are using, the pillow they are using, and everything. And the thing that you might be thinking that, oh, it's a frame. No, it's not a frame. See this thing, okay, this thing here. This is how the throne used to look like in the Mughal Empire, with a shed. So this is what they are representing. They are representing throne with another wonderful thing, that is the throne is also decorated. Okay, the throne is also decorated, and majority of the time these are not paintings, these are the carving of the stones that are done. Okay, so this is the beauty, the wonders of the art. Okay, so moving this thing here with the Basohli school. Earliest painting in the Pahari region, the first painting or the first offshoot here, it is what? The Basohli, okay, where miniatures of Ras Manjari series are found. So there is a series of painting. Okay, so what is the name of the series of the painting? It is Ras Manjari. Like for example, we have got the Tuti Nama, Razmanama, Hamza Nama. Okay, then apart from that, we have also got the paintings of the series of the chapters of our Ramayana, right? So in that very same sense, a series of painting is also represented in the Pahari school of Indian miniature, that is named as Ras Manjari series. So apart from the name of the painters that you need to remember, Nansukh, Manaku and Sansar Chand, a wonderful series that is belonging to which school? Pahari school of Indian miniatures, that is Ras Manjari series. Okay, so this was the early phase and expresses faces with a receding hairline and a big eyes. Apart from that, the Basohli style of painting is characterized by vigorous and bold line and strong glowing colors, right? Okay, so specifically colors being red, yellow, green, as we have discussed, right? In the Apabhramsa school, red, yellow and ochre, but here red, yellow and green, right? Next. So watching out the other names here. The first patron of this school, the one who was someone who was loving this school a lot and who provided the absolute protection to the growth and development of the school, was Raja Kirpal Pal. Okay, the name is Raja Kirpal Pal, who ordered the illustrations of Bhanu Datta's Ras Manjari. Then we have got another book known as Gita Govinda, as well as the epic, that is Ramayana. Okay, so the name Raja Kirpal Pal, that is important. Apart from that, what he made? Yes, the Ras Manjari series. Apart from that, a book which was also painted on, that is Gita Govinda, and yes, Ramayana. And the most famous painter of this school, specifically the school of Basohli. Okay, in Pahari there were those three people, that is Nansukh, Manaku and Sansar Chand. But when you talk about the Basohli school, so we have got another great name here, that is Devi Das. Okay, what is the name? Devi Das, who was famous for his depiction of Radha Krishna and the portrait of kings in their livery and in white and green garments. Okay, so simply speaking, Devi Das. Okay, specifically he was painting what? Either the paintings of Lord Radha and Krishna, or the rulers, how they are sitting or having their court proceedings and so on. Okay guys, so the name Devi Das, which is school? Basohli school. Next comes into the picture the Guler school. As you can see on the top, the reference of the Guler school of painting has also been given. So when we talk about the Guler School of Indian Miniatures, so what we have got? The Guler School followed the last phase of the Basohli style. So it is the continuation of the Basohli style itself. Okay, that is Guler School. So these paintings are new, naturalistic and delicate, making a change or marking a change from the earlier traditions of the Basohli art. Okay, so continuation of Basohli art, but obviously with some changes. The colors used are soft and cool, and apart from that, the female figures in these paintings particularly delicate with well modeled faces, small and slightly upturned nose, and the hair done minutely. Simply speaking, not all of these factors you need to always remember. Okay, when we talk about Guler School, so it is a further continuation of the Basohli school itself, but the fact here is they used not so darker colors but some soft and cool colors, first thing, and apart from that, the prominent subject of the paintings, they used to be females. Okay, the prominent subject of the paintings, they used to be not the males or the kings, but yes, specifically females or the princes. Okay. Next comes into the picture, that is the last school into the Pahari school. Okay, last bigger school actually, not the last school I will say, because we have got some other schools like Chamba, okay, Chamba school, or even the Manali school, okay, that we will be discussing as well. So Kangra, okay, yes, it has nothing to do with Kangna, okay, it's Kangra, Kangra actually, right? Don't go into those boundaries. Oh, Kangna, no Kangana, only Kangra. Okay, so as you can see here, the usage of colors, first of all, light, that is cool and soft, and apart from that, yes, once again you can see depiction of Radha, Krishna, and what we call them as Gopiyan. Okay, and see how the wonderful depiction of trees they have been done. Forget paintings of the figures. Yeah, they are obviously perfect. But look at the tree. Wonderful representation of the word perfection. Right? How the barks of the trees they are. Okay, how the branch of the trees they are. How the leaves they are represented. How the smaller this flowers they are represented. And the other tree. Okay. So, the wonderful depiction and the color usage, as you can see, they are as soft as possible. Right. So, the Kangra school. After the decline of the Mughal Empire, okay, specifically when Mughal Empire started shrinking, many artists trained in the Mughal style migrated to the Kangra region. Okay, Kangra region of what? Himachal Pradesh, as they got patronage by Rajput kingdom. As now, as you can see the time period, 17th century to 19th century. This is the time period when Mughal Empire started shrinking as well. Though Aurangzeb tried his level best, but still the descendants, they failed to consolidate and expand the Mughal Empire. And it was the time period when the other kingdoms of our country, from Rajputana to Sikh to Marathas to other, that is Nizam, Nawab and so on, they got impetus, they got the boost into their growth and development. That is, for simply speaking, expansion towards their empire. Right? So simply Kangra school, they were the Rajput princes present there, and they provided patronage or the protection to the Mughal painters. And hence the Kangra school also gained much needed boost. So as what we can see here, so they got patronage by the Rajput kingdom, and it led to the birth of Guler Kangra school. Kangra school as an addition to the Guler school, right? Guler Kangra school. It first evolved in Guler, then came to Kangra, and the school reached its zenith under the patronage of Raja Sansar Chand. Okay, the one who is also a very great painter, who later on became the king as well, Raja Sansar Chand. Okay. So as you can see once again, the paintings, and now the Kangra school became the parent school to the other detailers, to the other ateliers actually, which developed in the region of Kullu, Chamba and Mandi. Okay. So Kangra, see Pahari school, 3 names. Guler, Kangra. Okay, so the 3 names we have got in the Pahari school. Okay, but when it comes to the Kangra school, this Kangra school has given birth to 3 different names, that is Kullu, Chamba and Manali. Okay, so as we can see here, that is from the beginning. So Basohli, Kangra and Guler, right? So the 3 names we have got Basohli, Kangra and Guler. So Basohli school gave impetus to Guler school, and with Kangra, okay, they actually got created 3 more sub schools, okay, including the schools of Mandi. Mandi, as you know, very famous, obviously with the name Kangra it is also famous, and there is also an IIT established there. Okay, and apart from that we have got the Chamba school as well. Okay, so 3 major schools of Pahari school, 3 sub schools, that is Basohli, Kangra and Guler. Basohli is connected to Guler. Okay, and Guler plus Kangra there is also another school, and apart from that with Kangra there emerged 3 different sub schools, okay, from Chamba to Mandi and one more. Okay, that is Kullu. Okay, so talking about the importance of these schools, the Kulu-Mandi school. Okay, the which one? The combination of Kullu and Mandi school. So whenever we go to Himachal, we take the 2 words all together. We will visit Kullu Manali. People, they think that Kullu and Manali, they are like just here Kullu, other side Manali. No, there is a big distance between Kullu and Manali. But the fact is, from where does this integration of 2 different cities came? That why people started calling Kullu Manali, Kullu Manali. Okay, reason being is, yes, the connectivity is there, no doubt in that, but yes, also the ancient or the historical art forms, that is not actual Manali even, it is Kulu-Mandi. But since Mandi do not have much of the tourist hotspots, it is Manali. So it changed from Kulu-Mandi to Kulu-Manali, right? Okay, so here we go, the Kulu-Mandi school. It is a folk style painting, okay, that is the Kulu-Mandi area, mainly inspired by the local tradition, and the style is marked by bold drawing and use of dark and dull colors. Okay, so in the previous one, that is in the Kangra, what we have seen, soft and cool, that is light colors, but here dark and dull colors. Okay, though influenced out of the Kangra style, okay, it is different when it comes to Varnika Bhanga. And a large number of portraits of the Kullu and Mandi rulers and the miniatures on other themes, they are also available on these styles. So as you can see, dark and dull, as we have seen in the Kangra, it was soft, cool and soft, that is light colors basically. But here it is what? The colors, what you can see, the major colors they are being used, they are darker, dark and dull. Okay. Okay guys, so any doubts? Yes please. Any questions that exists in your mind? So before ending the session, so we are done with majority of the Indian miniature schools. We are left with some southern Indian schools of Indian miniatures from, the Deccan region, as well as some of the areas of Travancore or some of the areas of Mysore, right? So in the next session, we will be discussing about the miniatures in the Deccan as well as the southern parts of our country, okay, from Mysore to Travancore, and apart from that, yes, there are few things to be discussed into the Jain School of Indian Miniatures as well. Okay guys, so I hope you liked the session, and if you did, so please do hit the like button, and in case you haven't subscribed our channel yet, so I request you guys to subscribe for the channel as well, and stay tuned with all the latest updates over the channel, right everyone? So thank you so much for watching me in here. See you all soon in the very next session. Bye bye, take care, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.